you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz show where the lowest scorers are the biggest winners. Let's meet today's players. Eloise and Nicola, welcome back. You were on the show last time. We gave everyone 2 chances to reach the final, and today is your last chance. Remind us how you two know each other.
Both work together at the fire station. Known as double trouble, really, causing havoc in the watchroom.
Do you?
Hello. Yes.
Yes, says Eloise. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes. What kind of trouble do you cause there?
Just ructions in general.
Ructions in...
Havoc.
I can easily believe it. Well, I hope they're surviving without you, and welcome back to the show. Best of luck this afternoon. Welcome, Dennis and Darren. How did you know each other?
We used to go to Old Trafford together to watch Manchester United, and we now play poker and badminton together.
Poker, not at the same time, surely.
No.
That would be an energetic game. Poker and badminton, still friends?
We are indeed, apart from when he beats me at poker.
Which is quite a lot.
Which is quite a lot, says Darren. Well, best of luck to you both this afternoon. Welcome to Steve and Matt. How did you two know each other?
We met a few short years ago when we went to school together, where we used to, rather sadly, play Dungeons and Dragons with each
I
other.
hope you happily played Dungeons and
Well,
Dragons.
we did at the time,
Yeah, at
but
the time.
we've lived with 30 years of shame.
Really? Do you still play? You ever
No,
tempted?
no,
Just
no,
the pair of
no.
you together? One of you get some dice out? What do you think? What do you think? And you go, no, we can't.
No more fancy role-playing for us.
That is behind us now. OK, well, very best of luck this afternoon. And finally, we've got Linda and Ross. How do you two know each other?
Linda's my mother. We both originally come from Scotland, but she moved to North Wales about 10 years ago and very kindly bought me and my brother a washing machine as a going-away present so that we wouldn't be posting our washing down to her every weekend.
Well, a very well-gauged present, I'd have to say. Very well. If you show that kind of nous throughout this game, Linda, you are going straight through to the final, I reckon. Well, we'll find out more about you all throughout the show. Before we go a step further, it'd be quite wrong if I didn't introduce the man with a brain the size of Europe, the man with all the facts and figures. He knows everything. His name is Richard.
Hello.
So what kind of a show have we got this afternoon, Richard?
Yeah, a lovely show. I think question 2, is a particularly charming question. I think you'll like
Charming?
that one. Charming.
I
yeah.
like that.
We've just got one returning pair today. That's Eloise and Nicola, who got all the way to the head-to-head. So I'm going to tip them for success today, I think.
Bad luck, guys.
I know.
Yeah, you know what that means.
I don't want to, thank you.
OK.
I'm going to get it right sooner or later.
Yeah.
I'm like Halley's Comet.
Yeah, once every 76 years,
I get it
you're
right.
going to... Yeah, brilliant. OK, well, we've asked all our questions on Pointless to 100 people before the show. To stay in the game, all our players need to do is to score as few points as they can. And they do that by seeking out those little-known answers that as few of our 100 people gave as possible. Now, the thing everyone's trying to find, of course, is a pointless answer. That's an answer that none of our 100 people gave. And each time that happens, we will add 250 quid to the jackpot. Heidi and Ray won the jackpot last time, so today's jackpot starts off again at £1,000. OK, let's play Pointless. So in the first round, each of you must give me one answer and you cannot confer with your partner. Whichever team has the highest score at the end of the round will be eliminated, and you have to be careful because if anyone gives me an incorrect answer, then this will happen. And that would be awful because you will score the maximum of 100 points. OK, guys, our first category this afternoon is football. Dennis and Darren, thrilled with that. Can you decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. Right, let's find out what our first question is going to be. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many teams that have played in the Premier League as they could.
Yeah, we're looking for any team that's played at least one season in the English Premier League from its inception in 1992 right up to the 2009-2010 season. There are 43 possible answers here. 43 teams have played in the Premier League. Very best of luck.
Yeah, very best of luck. Right, Eloise and Nicola, you all drew lots before the show, and you get to go first. Nicola.
I think I'll have to go for the home team, Sunderland.
Why not? It'd be wrong not to.
Yeah.
OK, you are hoping to score as few points as possible with Sunderland. Let's see how many people said it. Sunderland.
Hey, not bad.
Not bad. Sunderland scores you 26. Richard.
They've been in the Premier League for 9 seasons. They once held the record for the lowest points ever in a season with just 19, but that record was taken off them 3 years later by themselves
There you go.
with just 15 points.
Dennis, I should think you know all of these answers. Can you name all of those teams? Don't do it, obviously.
Not all of them, but I think Coventry City should be quite low down. I would
Coventry
hope.
City. Let's see how many people said it. Down it goes. Good answer, Dennis. Coventry City scores you 7. Richard?
Yeah, again, they had 9 seasons in the Premiership, but they were relegated in 2001 after 34 years in the top flight, and they haven't been back since.
Very good. A good answer there from Dennis. Steve. Steve, is that a look of quietly confident, or is that a look of help?
Oh, definitely.
Help.
Both. Quietly shouting help.
OK, quietly shouting it. That's not the best way to shout it, just for future reference, I'm going to say. How confident are you?
I've got a good idea. Right?
You've got a good idea.
I have an outside bet which might be pointless. I'm tempted by it, but I may go safe. I'll play it safe then.
OK, what are you going to tell me?
Ipswich Town.
Ipswich Town. Very good. You are saying Ipswich Town. You're hoping that's going to score nice and low for you. Let's see if it does. How many people said Ipswich Town, I wonder? Look at that. 6. Ipswich Town. Well played, Steve. Our lowest score so far. Ipswich Town.
Yeah, the mighty Tractor Boys. They've spent 5 seasons in the Premiership. Their best finish was 5th in 2000-2001. Haven't scaled those dizzy heights since. But they'll be back.
They'll be back.
Don't never underestimate Ipswich.
Never, never, ever. Linda, is this a question you feel comfortable with?
No.
So this is going to be fun.
No. Well, perhaps for you, but not for me.
It could be. Well, I mean, do you follow football? Is it something you sort of vaguely hear at the end of the news?
Yes.
Do you have one of those sort of brains, though, that hears things and sort of files them away for
hope
later?
so.
I'm hoping so, too. I think you're going to score a point. This is going to be fantastic. We are looking for a lovely, obscure team that's played in the Premier League. And, Linda, you are going to dazzle us.
Blackburn Rovers.
Blackburn Rovers, Linda says. A confident answer. I think a good answer. Let's see how many people said Blackburn Rovers. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. Blackburn Rovers scores you 34. Richard?
Yeah, they've been in the Premiership for 16 out of the 18 seasons, which is not bad going. And, of course, they were Premiership champions quite some time ago. The only team ever to have won the Premiership only once.
Interesting. OK, we are halfway through the round, so let's take a look at the scores. Well, there's quite a nice spread there. We haven't got anything over 34, which is unusual. Linda and Ross, not terrible, 34. However, you are way out front there. You're 8 ahead of Eloise and Nicholas. So, Ross, the pressure's going to be on you to try and find a really low-scoring answer on the next pass. Steve and Matt, Dennis and Darren, some great football Premier League know-how coming into play there. Nice low scores there. Keep that up and you'll both be through to the next round. OK, we're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? Ross, we are looking for teams that have played in the Premier League. Is this something you're comfortable with?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. So
No,
sport generally or football specifically?
Specifically, I avoid football.
What are your hobbies?
I like playing competitive Scrabble in tournaments and clubs around the country.
So a nice sedentary sport there.
Yes, not too much fresh air.
No. Heaven forbid. Do you ever play Scrabble outside? Nice day, you think? Come on, lads.
Not in Scotland. It's
no.
a bit too inclement, I'm afraid.
OK, so Ross, we are looking for teams that have played in the Premier League. What can you give me?
I will take a punt on Exeter City.
You are the highest scorers, obviously, so this needs to be low. Let's hope it's a correct answer, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. Exeter City. Oh, no. Bad luck. Bad luck, bad luck. That is an incorrect answer, which means you score the maximum of 100 points. That takes your total up to 134. Richard?
Unlucky, Ross. That's the trouble with Scrabble players, is they're always looking for something with a J or an X or a Z in it. That's what he was doing there. You can see it a mile off. But they're very much not in the Premiership. They haven't even got close, I'm afraid.
Oh, well.
So, Linda and Ross, I'm sorry to say, the writing is on the wall there. You are so far ahead there with that brave attempt. It was brave, valiant, wrong. So I'm afraid, yes, you will be leaving us at the end of this round. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's a gift. It's a gift. You can have a free swim. You've got to find a pointless answer, each of you. See if you can each add 250 quid to our jackpot. So, Matt, yeah, no pressure. Let's have a pointless answer.
I'm going to go for Charlton Athletic.
Well, there's no red line. You're through to the next round, come what may. So Charlton Athletic, you are hoping, is going to be a pointless answer that will add 250 quid to the jackpot. Let's see how many people said Charlton Athletic. Not a bad answer at all. That scores you 14 and takes your total up to 20. Richard.
Yeah, Charlton, another team who spent 8 seasons in the Premiership. Then they were relegated in 2007 and then relegated again in 2009 from the Championship. So they won't be back for a while.
Darren.
Yes.
The stage is set for a dazzling pointless answer from you. Dennis nearly got there, only 7 points shy of a pointless. This is your moment of glory.
I've got a couple that I think might be pointless, but I'm going to go for Swindon Town.
You're going to go for Swindon Town. If you get a pointless, will you put your shirt over your head and run around the set?
No. No.
OK, just asking.
No.
OK, right you are. We've got to hope this is a correct answer. Darren has given it with a degree of confidence, so I'm assuming it is. All that remains is to find out whether or not it's pointless. Let's see how many people said Swindon Town. Down it goes. Oh, nearly. Good answer, Darren. Swindon Town scores you 3, takes your total to 10. Richard.
Yeah, just had the 1 season in the Premiership and didn't really cover themselves in glory. They won just 5 games and conceded 100 goals.
Finally, Eloise, you are through to the next round. I saw your face when this question came up. You can just have some fun with this.
Right, well, I'm going to go for Hull.
You're going to go for Hull. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Hull. Not bad. That scores you 30, takes your total up to 56. Richard.
Yes, Hull, very good. They've been there the last couple of seasons, one of the current crop.
Thanks, Richard. That is the end of round 1 and the losing pair with the highest score. I'm sorry to say it's Linda and Ross. Bad luck, guys. That really wasn't your question, was it? No. But you did very well. Don't you think Linda did brilliantly, though, Ross? Blackburn Rovers.
She did.
Blackburn Rovers, and then you went a bit clever clogs on us.
Yes, I pushed the boat out over the waterfall.
Oh, well, bad luck. Well, everyone gets 2 shots, obviously, at our final. Richard, what answers should they have given to have kept them in the game?
Pretty much anything, to be honest, other than Exeter City. Of the 43 teams who played in the Premiership, there was only 1 pointless answer. Does anyone want to have a little...
Oldham Athletic. Oldham Athletic.
Oldham Athletic is exactly right. It's the 1 pointless answer. Let's take a look at some of the low-scoring ones. You could have said that, of course. You would have just added £250 to the jackpot.
I was just wondering why that came from.
I thought Swindon would have been better than Oldham, so that was the 2 that I was thinking.
There we go. There's Oldham. They played the first 2 seasons in the Premiership. Sheffield Wednesday would have only scored you 2 points. Some of the other low-scoring ones down there was Wimbledon, Watford, Sheffield United, Reading. Those sort of teams would all have scored very low. Let's take a look at the top 3. All 3 of them are ever presence in the Premiership, played every season. Liverpool with 78. Then Arsenal with 82, and fellas, you can imagine what the most popular of all are. I say popular. Manchester United, yeah, would have scored you a whopping 86 points.
Thanks very much, Richard. OK, Linda and Ross, I'm sorry to say you just didn't have the pointless football knowledge you needed to make it through. But remember, everyone gets 2 chances to reach our pointless final. So we will see you again next time for your final chance. Thanks so much for playing, meanwhile. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Now, obviously, only 2 pairs will make it through to the head-to-head, so one of our teams is going to be leaving at the end of this round disappointed. You just have to make sure it's not you. OK, the category for our second round this afternoon is... landmarks. Landmarks. OK, decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second. And once you've decided, can whoever's going first please step up to the podium? OK, let's find out what the question is. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many English towns and cities with piers as they could. Richard?
Yeah, well, essentially, all the correct answers in this round are English towns or cities with at least one pier.
In round 2, we're going to give you a choice of 7 possible answers in each pass. And I can tell you that at least one of those answers is pointless, but do be careful, because at least one of those answers is incorrect. And if you land on one of those, you will score the maximum of 100 points. So do be careful. Here is your first set of 7 answers. Cleethorpes, Brighton, Paignton, Southend, Hythe, Land's End, Teignmouth. Eloise, you are first up. How good are you on these seaside resorts?
I thought I might be pretty good, but now I'm not so sure.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of piers out there, aren't there?
I'm going to go for Hythe.
You're saying Hythe. Is that a complete shot in the dark?
Yes.
Let's see how many of our 100 people said Hythe. It's correct. That could prove to be a very good answer indeed. Yes, it is. Eloise does it again. That's pointless, and it adds £250 to today's jackpot, taking the total up to £1,250, and it scores you nothing. Well done, Eloise. Brilliant. Well, now, look, remember, Darren, there may well easily be another pointless answer in there. It's just up to you to rootle it out. There is definitely one incorrect answer up there as well. At least one.
OK. I think I know which one the incorrect one is.
Well, that's good. That's good. Don't say what it is. Find a nice obscure one and
There
run
may be
with
more
it.
than one, though, but I'm going to go for Teignmouth.
You're going to go for Teignmouth. OK, let's see how many people said Teignmouth. Oh, it's right. Look at that! 2 pointlesses in as many goes. That's fantastic, Darren. That's pointless. It adds another £250 to the jackpot, taking the total up to £1,500. And best of all, it scores you nothing. Richard, Teignmouth.
Yeah, it's all pointless all the time, this round, isn't it? Yeah, Teignmouth, or Teignmouth, it's in Devon. Very well done. Great answer.
Well done, Darren. Now, Matt, maybe another pointless answer in there. I'll tell you what you're going to have to find, though, is a low-scoring answer, either way. And be very careful, because at least one of those answers is incorrect.
I feel a bit like I'm on that pier in Jaws now.
Don't say what it's called. It might come up.
Because Steve and I come from very close to Brighton, so I know that that's got a pier. In fact, it's got 2.
Not anymore.
Well, it has still. It's just that one of them isn't much fun. But we need low, don't we? We need low.
You need low.
And I
Need low,
don't
but
know
right.
about Cleethorpes, so I think I'm tempted to go for Cleethorpes, but I think that's too risky. I'm going to go Paignton.
Paignton, you're saying Paignton. We're looking for English towns and cities with piers. You've got to hope this is a correct answer and that it's a low scorer. Let's see how many people said Paignton. Fantastic. I think this is pointless history being made in every sense of the word. That's our third pointless in 3 answers. I don't think that's ever happened before. That is a pointless answer. That scores you nothing, and it adds another £250 to the jackpot. Make it £1,750. That scores you nothing. Richard.
Yeah, 3 pointlesses. I've never seen that before. Very well done. Paignton, it does have a pier. Paignton, of course, is on the English Riviera. I won't be surprising you by telling you that there aren't any more pointless answers. We've got all 3 of them. There is a wrong answer, though. Brighton, obviously, it has 2 piers, has the Palace Pier and the West Pier, which is virtually crumbled to nothing, so it will have 1 pier fairly soon. Southend has a pier. Cleethorpes does have a pier, but it wasn't pointless, would have scored you 3 points. And you're quite right, Land's End doesn't have a pier. John O'Groats does, but Land's End doesn't. OK, thanks, Richard. Well, we're halfway through the round, so let's take a look at the scores as they stand. Well, I can tell you it's neck and neck at this stage. 3 exemplary low scores there. Never been in this position before. Well done, all of you. Let's see if we can get 3 more pointlesses. That'd be fantastic, and add 250 quid to the jackpot for each one. OK, we're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium?
OK, we're going to put 7 more answers up on the board. We are looking for English towns and cities with piers. Here's your next 7. Blackpool, Swanage, Eastbourne, Rye, Southampton, Newark and Bournemouth. As ever, I can tell you that at least one of those answers is pointless and at least one of those answers is incorrect, so be very careful. Steve, that's a look of deep concentration there. What are you going to go for?
I have been to this place. I went and saw Paul Weller play there. One of his best gigs many years ago. It definitely has a pier, I think. Bournemouth.
You're going to go for Bournemouth. You are joint low scorer. There's no red line for you. You get any points on this, obviously you become the high scorers and you become the red line, which is quite exciting. Let's see how many people said Bournemouth. Oh, it's low. Look at that, 15. Bournemouth scores you 15, and that gives you a total of 15. Richard?
Yes, Bournemouth in Dorset, it certainly has a pier. Very well done.
Dennis, there is at least one pointless answer in there. See if you can go for the double pointless. There is also at least one incorrect answer, though, I have to tell you that.
I was going to take a complete punt and go for Newark.
Newark.
Complete guess.
That's got pointless written all over it. And then if you flip it over, it's also got incorrect written all over it. Could be either.
Yep.
There's a red line there. That is the red line of Steve and Matt. They are the high scorers. You have to score below 15. Let's see how many people said Newark. Ah! Oh, dear, it's bust, I'm afraid. Oh, that's bad luck. That's an incorrect answer. It scores you the maximum of 100 points. That takes your total up to 100. Richard?
Yeah, Newark, it's inland in Sussex near Haywards and Piers Morgan was born there.
That's where Piers came from. That's
Yeah.
why. Oh, I see, yes.
So it's got a Piers, but not a pier.
Yeah. OK. Well, Nicola, there is most definitely at least one pointless answer on the board.
I'm not going to take the chance, so...
There might easily be another incorrect answer. Could easily be. The high scorers are Dennis and Darren on 100. You have to score 99 or less to be sure of a place in the next round.
I'm going to go for Southampton.
OK, there's the red line. It's right below the pink line. If you come below that, you're through to the next round. You've just got to hope that Southampton is a correct answer. Essentially, that's all it has to be. OK, let's see how many people said Southampton. It's right, you're through. Oh, nearly all the way. Look at that. Southampton scores you 1, which gives you a total of 1. Richard?
Yeah, very well done. Southampton Royal Pier was opened in 1833 and it sort of now lies virtually derelict. It was shut down in 1980. Take you through the other ones on the list. Blackpool obviously has a pier. That would have scored you 67. Eastbourne also has a pier. That would have got you 12. Now, out of Rye and Swanage, one has a pier and one is incorrect. What do you think?
Rye has a pier.
You think Rye has a pier?
No, no.
Oh, you're wrong, I'm afraid. Rye does have a pier, but it's Rye in Australia that has a pier.
Yes,
Rye in Sussex doesn't, but Swanage does have a pier.
OK, thanks, Richard. So at the end of round 2, the losing pair with the highest score, I'm afraid, is Dennis and Darren. Oh, that goes against the grain. I thought you two were going all the way there. It's fantastic play so far from you. Just when you needed to find a pointless answer, though, you happened to pick Newark. I thought Newark had pointless written all over.
To be fair, I don't even know where Newark is, and it was just a complete...
You will never forget now.
No.
Well, thanks very much. Obviously, you get to come back again. Everyone has 2 cracks at our pointless final. Just turns out you didn't have that pointless peer knowledge you needed to get you through to the head-to-head. But thanks so much for playing. You've been fantastic contestants. See you next time. But for the remaining 2 pairs, things are about to get even more exciting now as we enter the head-to-head. Well done, Steve and Matt, Eloise and Nicola. You've made it through to the head-to-head. Now, obviously, only one pair can make it through to today's final and play for the jackpot, which currently, in case you had forgotten, stands at £1,750. OK, here's how this is going to work. You are going head-to-head on up to 5 questions. For each question, each pair needs to give me just one answer, but you are now allowed to confer. All you have to do is come up with an answer that scores less than the other pair to win that question, and the first pair to win 3 will be playing for today's jackpot. OK, let's play Pointless. Right, here's your first question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Red Dwarf characters as they could. A heavy sigh from Steve. Richard.
We're looking for any of the main characters from the TV series Red Dwarf. That's characters who have appeared in more than 15 episodes. There are 6 possible answers.
Steve and Matt, because you've played the best throughout the show so far, you get to go first. Did you watch Red Dwarf?
Yes,
Good start.
I did.
Have you remembered much?
No, I didn't.
I knew you were going to say that.
Fairly confident that we've got a good one.
Come on then, let's be having your answer.
She was initially played, I think, by the delightful Claire Grogan, and I think she was called Christine Kachansky.
Christine Kachansky, you are saying. Eloise and Nicola.
This is awful.
This is.
Oh no, is
Give
it?
me a clue. Yeah.
Oh, did you watch it ever?
I have never watched it.
No, never.
Did you hear about it ever from other people? And
Yes, but I
think,
took no notice whatsoever.
No.
okay, do you want to maybe have a guess?
We'll have to, yeah.
I think you might have to.
Yeah, Alex.
We'll just hope there's a character called Alex.
I find in a lot of the best TV shows that is usually. Okay, you're going to go with Alex. Steve and Matt have gone with Christine Kachansky. Let's hope that's a correct answer. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Christine Kachansky. Oh, that's good. Oh, it's very good. Look at that. Blimey, 9. Eloise and Nicola are going for the elusive Alex character.
That'd be pointless.
It's got to be pointless. Let's see if it's correct, and if it is, let's see if anyone's said it. Oh, yes, I'm afraid, so elusive, he wasn't there. Or she wasn't there, of course. So after the first question, it is 1-0 to Steve and Matt.
Yeah, well done, Steve and Matt. Christine Kachansky is actually the best answer you possibly could have given, so you could have said anything, as indeed you did, and you still would have lost. Let's take a look at all 6. Right at the bottom there, Christine Kachansky, originally played by Claire Grogan, then Chloe Arnett. Holly, who is the ship's computer. Dave Lister, which is the Craig Charles character. Crichton, the robot butler. Arnold Rimmer, who was a hologram. And Cat, you won't be surprised to know, was descended from a cat. Those are your 6 answers.
Okay. I didn't watch Red Dwarf either, I'm afraid, so I'm
You would have said
I'm in the
Alex. You
dark.
thought that was a good answer.
I thought Alex is a brilliant answer, yeah. But Cat, as you said, obviously was descended from a cat. It was the obviously. I'll be quiet now. Steve and Matt are up 1-0. 1-0 to Steve and Matt. Here is your second question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many wives of Henry VIII as they could. Wives of Henry VIII. The serene smile playing across Nicola's lips there. I think she's feeling quite confident. Richard.
Yeah, looking for any of the 6 wives of Henry VIII. Again, at home, see if you get all 6, but then try and work out which is the most obscure of those 6 wives.
This time, Eloise and Nicola, it is your turn to answer first.
Right, we're going to go for Catherine Parr, please.
You are going to go for Catherine Parr.
Yeah.
Steve and Matt, you need to
Well,
give me the most obscure wife
I was
of
thinking
Henry
that one.
VIII. Yeah, so was I.
I think
Yeah.
maybe it might be Catherine Howard, might be Jane Seymour, although everyone remembers her because of her films. We'll stick with the Catherines and we'll go for Catherine Howard.
Play Catherine and go Catherine Howard. OK, Eloise and Nicola, nice confident answer from them. Catherine Parr. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Catherine Parr. Oh, right. What do you feel about that?
That'd be a bit
high,
lower
that
than
range,
that.
That's disappointingly high for Catherine Parr. The other Catherine, Catherine Howard, Steve and Matt have said. Are you feeling confident?
I think it could go any way other than not being and pointless.
OK, right. Well, you have said Catherine Howard. Let's see how many people said Catherine Howard. See if it beats Catherine Parr. It does. Ooh. 25. Catherine Howard comes in lower than Catherine Parr. So, after our second question, it is 2-0 to Steve and Matt. Things getting very exciting now. Eloise and Nicola. The boot was on the other foot last time, I seem to remember.
this.
Steve and Matt only have to get one more question to be through to the final. They have 2 break points, if you like. OK, Richard.
Yeah, Catherine Howard was the best answer by an absolute mile, the most obscure of his wives. Let's take a look at all 6 of them. Catherine Howard there at the bottom, so the guys have got the bottom answer twice in a row. Then Jane Seymour, despite her films, 51. Anne of Cleves, Catherine Parr was the 3rd most popular. Catherine of Aragon, then Anne Boleyn.
OK, just to ladle the pressure on, Steve and Matt, you have to win this if you want to go straight through to the final. Conversely, Eloise and Nicola, if you want to have a sniff at the final, you have to make sure you win this and the next one. Right, here is your 3rd question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Spice Girls top 40 singles as they could. Spice Girls top 40 singles, Richard.
We're looking for any of the 11 top 40 hits by the Spice Girls.
OK, Spice Girls singles. Steve and Matt, you are back up first.
I think after Ms. Halliwell left, they had a hit, Viva Forever, I think.
Viva Forever. Matt and Steve are going with Viva Forever. Eloise and Nicola. Oh,
That's what we were going to
no.
say. Yes.
I knew that.
Yeah, we'll go for that one.
Mama.
Mama.
Yeah.
Steve and Matt going for Viva Forever. Eloise and Nicola going for Mama. Eloise and Nicola, you have to win this one, otherwise we say goodbye to you. Steve and Matt, let's put your one up first. Viva Forever. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Viva Forever. Ooh, down it goes. Look at that. 16. 16. Is that kind of low score you're happy with?
Oh, why?
I would have liked a pointless, but, you know, you can't have everything.
Yeah, you can't have everything. What do you think about that, Eloise and Nicola?
That's a low score.
That is low.
Yeah.
Do you fancy your chances with Mama?
You never know.
I don't know. Fingers crossed.
Fingers tightly crossed. There were 11, I think Richard said. Yep. So, you know, maybe they're all low scorers. You have to hope that your answer, Mama, comes in lower than that. Otherwise, that is them straight through to the final. A nice clean 3-0, that will make it. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said Mama. Come on, it has to go down lower than 16. Oh, no!
Never mind.
44, that scored. So I'm afraid after 3 questions, it's a straight sets victory for Steve and Matt. Through to the final, 3-0. Richard.
Incredibly, the Spice Girls released 11 singles and had 9 #1s. And even more of a shocking news, Spice Girls only released 1 pointless single, and that was Headlines. Headlines, Friendship Never Ends, that got to number 11. Let's take a look at a few of them here. There's Headlines, Too Much would have got you 5 points. Holler was #1 single. Say You'll Be There, Goodbye, Viva Forever up there on 16. These were all #1s. Spice Up Your Life, that was #1. Stop wasn't a #1. Mama, which was a double A-side with Who Do You Think You Are, that scored 44, as we saw. Two Become One, and right at the top, Wannabe with 52.
OK, thanks very much, Richard. So the losing pair at the end of the head-to-head, I'm afraid it's Eloise and Nicola. Oh, dear, you've been here before.
I have.
You've been on the brink twice.
Deja vu.
Deja vu. Absolutely. Oh, dear. Spice Girls. Surely that was playing into your hands there. I'd have liked to have thought.
Well,
did,
they
but
stole
the
our
pins
answer,
are
didn't they?
But you could surely holler or stop.
Can you
or,
remember them?
I can now.
Never mind, though.
Oh, well, you've been fantastic contestants in both shows. You've come right through to the head-to-head, and you've done awfully well. It's been lovely having you on the show. I'm sorry you haven't got through to the jackpot final. But thanks very much all the same. Thank you. For Steve and Matt, however, it's time for our pointless final. Congratulations, Steve and Matt. You've seen off the competition, and you've won our coveted pointless trophy. That, I know, is what you came for. Now, though, you've got a chance to win our pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at an impressive £1,750. OK, the rules are very simple. To win the money, all you have to do is find a pointless answer that no one else could think of. Now, we've had 3 pointless answers on the show today. Matt, you gave us one of those, so let's hope you can find one more between you now. OK, first, though, you've got to choose a category from these 3 options, and these are the 3 you can go for. Music legends, Oscar winners, London.
I'm tempted by music legends.
Music legends, Oscar winners, London.
Oscars could be good for yourself.
We don't know what's revealed behind there, do we?
Well, I won't know anything about Oscar winners. You'll have a good...
I don't need you. I was joking.
Yeah, no, that's the thing, though. But no, seriously, as a team...
Let's go. You want to go with music
legends?
Let's
go for music legends.
Okay.
We'll have music legends.
Music legends, which you can both do.
Lose, I can blame him, yeah? That's the good thing.
OK, well, that's good, yeah. Let's find out what the question is. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many David Bowie top 40 singles as they could. David Bowie. Richard.
Looking for any solo single released by David Bowie that reached the UK top 40. Not looking for collaborations or EPs or songs he wrote but didn't record himself. We're looking for any solo single released by David Bowie that reached the UK top 40. There are 49 answers. 38 more than the Spice Girls.
Wow, 49 to choose from. OK, you now have up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers, and all you need to win that £1,750 is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Your 60 seconds start now.
They reissued The Laughing Gnome in the 70s, and it hit the charts. I remember it well,
well, that's
because
one.
Bowie was very embarrassed by it.
That's one, then. What about Blue Jean?
Yeah, go for that.
OK. And then
Otherwise...
Absolute Beginners? Was that top
top
40?
40? I can't believe it wouldn't have been. I mean, that's the reason he was in the film, wasn't it?
Well, let's try that, then.
Are those your 3?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so.
Fantastic. 35 seconds gone. You've got 3 answers there. 3 strong-sounding answers, I'd say. We were looking for David Bowie top 40 singles. I now need your 3 answers. What are they?
Blue Jean,
Absolute Beginners, and The Laughing Gnome.
Laughing Gnome. OK, which of those do you have the most faith in being a pointless answer?
I have the most faith in The Laughing Gnome because it was a reissue from the 60s.
OK, so we'll put that last.
I think so.
Yeah? And which one of the remaining 2 do you have the least faith in?
I'm not sure Blue Jean was top 40.
You're going to go for Blue Jean.
Yeah.
Blue Jean we will put up first, followed by Absolute Beginners, followed by The Laughing Gnome. OK, we were looking for David Bowie top 40 singles, and this was your least confident answer. You only need to find one pointless answer to win that £1,750 jackpot. And you are putting up Blue Jean from the Tonight album. I remember it well. Fantastic.
I'm one of the few people who actually bought it, I think.
Yeah, no, I bought it. Oh, that's great. Let's see how many people said Blue Jean. This has to go all the way down to win £1,750. Just got to hope that you and I, Matt, are the only 2 people who remember it. There it goes, down it goes.
Were you one of the 100 people?
No. OK, one person said Blue Jean. Unfortunately, that is not a pointless answer. You only have 2 more chances to win today's jackpot. That's the one you had the least faith in. You got 2 more that you think are better shots for the jackpot. We were looking for David Bowie top 40 singles. Your second answer is Absolute Beginners. This has to be a pointless answer to win the jackpot. OK, let's see how many people did say Absolute Beginners. This has to be pointless to win £1,750. Well, it's a good start. It's correct. Down it comes. You scored 1 with Blue Jean. You have more faith in this one. That means it has to be pointless, surely, to win £1,700. Oh, no! 2 people out of our 100 said Absolute Beginners, so it's not a pointless answer.
Is it too late to do Oscar winners?
No, it's fine. Do you want to do Oscar winners? Yeah, we'll do Oscar winners.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll spin it around.
Which idiot chose this?
Well, I thought those were 2 very good answers. That leaves us with The Laughing Gnome. Change of tactic here. You've gone for a novelty song in the hope that everyone was so busy trying to remember Absolute Beginners and Blue Jean that they forgot the Laughing Gnome. I think David Bowie himself would be delighted if this was a pointless answer. You only have one more chance to win today's jackpot of £1,750. OK, we can't put it off any longer. We've just got to really hope that nobody said your third and final answer. This is your last crack at the jackpot. The Laughing Gnome. This has to be pointless. This is your last shot at the jackpot. This has to be pointless for you to win that £1,750. Oh, let's see if it is. Again, it's right. You scored 1 for Blue Jean. You scored 2 for Absolute Beginners. You have to score nothing for this to win that jackpot. Oh! Bad luck. Oh, so close. Unfortunately, you didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer, so you don't win today's jackpot of £1,750, which rolls over to the next show. But you have been fantastic contestants, and you do get to take home our pointless trophy. Oh, dear. Ludo, what did you have to come up with, I wonder?
Well, we're going to find out.
Well, we are, I know. Do you want to have another think now?
I've suddenly thought, I think off his more recent albums, he did something called Everyone Says Hi.
Yes. Was that a single?
I think so.
Tough, though, really tough. Richard.
Very, very well done. 3 very low-scoring answers. There are quite a lot of pointless answers, and I'm pretty certain you're going to recognise a few of them as well. So let's take a look.
Thanks for that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Boys Keep Swinging would have won you the money. Drive-In Saturday. Well, it's not actually John O'Malley. He sort of re-released it in a different version. John O'Malley Dancing itself would have scored you points. Let's take a look at a few more. Rock and Roll Suicide was a pointless answer. TVC 15. Hello Space Boy, which is one of his rather good 90s comeback singles. That was a pointless answer. Let's look at a couple more. Loving the Alien. Wild is the Wind. Alabama Song. All of those were pointless. Would have won you the money. Beauty and the Beast. Strangers When We Meet, The Man Who Sold the World, and Day In, Day Out. Dead Man Walking, DJ, and take a look at the bottom of that list. Everyone Says Hi.
Can I take a photograph of that and take it home with me, do you think?
I'm sure you can, yeah.
Oh, dear. Well, unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to Steve and Matt. You've been fantastic contestants. Thank you both for playing. Brilliant. Thank you. So nobody's won our jackpot today, so it rolls over, which means the next show we will be playing for £2,750. Join us next time to see if someone can win it on Pointless. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.